All right, welcome back. Currently, it's about 40 degrees outside, and the water temperature is about 40 degrees as well, which means if you were to use the 120 rule for going out fishing, which is you add up the temperature of the water, temperature of the air, and if it is under 120, you should consider having a dry suit on, or you might die if you fall in the water. So, that's what we got here. Here we go. I got some really crazy waterproof gloves. They're going to be a little, maybe a little much, but I've been trying to figure out the glove situation. This is probably like the, I don't know, 10th pair of gloves I've bought. These might be the ones. I don't know. Got some nice water shoes that go along with this dry suit. And here it is. The craziest thing I've ever bought. If you're familiar, dry suits are insanely expensive, like really expensive, like $1,600 expensive. And I would say that probably that is not a reasonable expense for most people to make. But since I've been trying to come out and fish twice a week, rain or shine, on days where it's this cold or if it's raining, it's just not safe to do. The Titanic, when it sunk, the water temperature was 29 degrees and the air temperature was 32 degrees. And most people that fell in the water there died in about 15 to 45 minutes. So, you know, we're starting to get close to that. So this is gonna fix that. If you're not familiar with a dry suit, there are wetsuits and dry suits. Wetsuits, they don't necessarily keep you dry, they keep you warm. Dry suits keep you dry. And they do so by having these like built-in socks that are completely waterproof. And then in the sleeves, they have these rubber gaskets here, made out of, or nylon, I think. And it is a tight fit getting in there. No water, even if you jumped in the water and went swimming under the water, would get through there. Maybe a tiny, tiny, tiny amount, but pretty much nothing's gonna get through there. This is how I crawl in. And the zipper that closes this thing up is the same one designed by NASA that they use in spacesuits. So no water is going to get through there either. And then the most uncomfortable part, let me see if you guys can see. I got another latex, that's what it is. Latex, not nylon. Latex gasket up here that your head goes through. And this one has a nice built-in hood, so if it rains, I'm going to stay completely dry the whole time and warm, or at least hopefully I will. But you're going to watch me try to crawl into this thing. Getting into a dry suit is very difficult. This will be the 4th time I've tried it. Hopefully it goes smoothly. A dry suit, you just basically hop in. You just hop in with whatever clothes you're wearing. I'm probably overdressed. I have a long sleeve and I have the jacket. I'm wearing long johns underneath. Probably a little much, but I think I'd rather try being too warm this time than not warm enough. I'm wearing some thick wool socks. The thick wool socks plus these boots are going to make it so that I had to upsize my shoe basically. So this is a size 12, normally a size 11. All right, let's do this. So this part, you end up with a bunch of air in here. You gotta scoop it out. Just like that. It's just a pair of water shoes. Nothing really special about them. Now the difficult part is getting your head through the gasket. It's quite tricky. First, with this particular suit, you start by putting in the left arm first. Go ahead and have that hand pop out of that gasket right there. And now I try to go through the head gasket. This neck gasket has to be stretched out just a little bit so that it's not cutting off circulation to your brain. Well, there we go. Alright, glove options. We'll bring the crazy waterproof gloves just to have in case we need them. I think those might be a bit much. Don't even know if we'll need them, but they'll go in the glove box. I'll bring these. Alright, do we got everything? Alright. Dang, it's kind of turned into a lot windier of a day than I thought it was going to be. One of my big concerns when I got this dry suit was I was looking at semi-dry suits and I was looking at dry suits. A semi-dry suit basically is to keep you dry when it's raining and wet out. A dry suit, like the one I'm wearing now, is designed that if you fall in the water, you stay dry. And though I've never fallen in the water before, the possibilities of it happening as we go fishing in conditions like this are definitely possible. My concern when I bought this was that the gaskets were going to be too uncomfortable to fish, and that's probably something, like if you have been starting to look at maybe getting a dry suit or something to help it so you can go keep fishing through the winter time, I'll tell you it's not that bad. I am still doing, I'll be doing a little bit more adjusting today. I don't want to stretch this gasket out to the point where it's not going to keep me sealed in, but I can tell that I'm getting a lot closer to a point where it's still really tight, but it's totally comfortable. Like already I think it's at a point where I'm probably fine. I've come straight over to a spot in which I was catching some bass last time I was here, or I caught a big bass last time I was here, so I figured we're going to go ahead and just start right on over here. Water is pretty stained. We got a lot of wind coming in all of a sudden, which is a little annoying. But a dry suit does so much in terms of keeping you dry, but in terms of keeping you warm and blocked from the wind, this is crazy. I'm going to be so cozy out here. Should we try to catch a winter bass? This is the first time I've actually been bass fishing in the winter. The last couple times I went out, I was like, it's winter bass fishing, but technically winter hadn't started. But we are officially in winter now. Let's get to bass fishing. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's so nice out. It is so nice out right now. I am so comfortable. I am not too warm, not too cold. This is great. I changed out a few things. One of my bait casters that I've had 40-pound braid on pretty much since I've had it, the same braid, I took it off. I have 12-pound fluorocarbon on the entire thing, and I have a tiny little jig here with a rage craw. We're gonna start with that today. This is some garlic spray. We're gonna go with garlic. I'm a huge fan of garlic spray, simply for the fact that if it gets on me, it doesn't smell like anything but garlic. I think I got this all tightened up good. My first cast in a month. It's been a month. I'll say right now, I did not bird's nest. That's good. Alright. Let's get to fishing. 12-pound fluorocarbon is what so many people strongly recommend, if not maybe even something a little bit lighter. When it comes to doing some winter fishing, it is time to downsize everything. Smaller lures, more invisible line, anything you can do to improve your odds. Big goal today would just be to catch a bass. If I catch anything, I'll be super happy, but honestly, I think it's fun enough to just come out and try on this dry suit and experience it the first time. Just kind of using the method where I just kind of let the wind troll me down along the water here, slowly dragging the jig, really trying to make like the smallest movements. Though I haven't been fishing the last month, I've been trying to keep up on what winter fishing is like. It comes down to just doing everything so much slower and smaller. All right, well, I've almost been in this dry suit for we're getting close to an hour, and it's like my initial thoughts is that it's super freaking nice. This is better than I would have hoped. It's more comfortable, it's warmer. I guess my only real concern was comfort, and it's super comfy. It is super comfy. The biggest problem I'm having right now is I haven't caught a freaking fish yet. Let's go see if we can find Chris. I think that might be him there. Nothing yet. How about you? You did? Wait, how big was it? How big was it?
16 inches long.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is decent. Like,
Yeah.
it felt heavier.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, 16 is, that sounds good to me.
yeah. I mean, I'll freaking take it, you know?
What are you throwing? Or what would you catch on?
I caught him on a drop shot. I've been throwing a drop shot. I just started throwing this. I caught him out in like 14 feet of water out. 14? Just in like wood. Then I keep seeing like bait fish right at 14.
Yeah.
So same spot, got him.
He came back? Ooh.
Yeah, he came back for it.
This is crazy.
This is nuts.
I was, no!
So I'm thinking about going around the corner, hopefully. Usually when, yeah man. You can fish next to me.
Yeah, I'll follow you.
Yeah.
Let's go find one for me. Oh, I know. This is up at my limit.
It was perfect at first to where I was like, I could stay right in the spot and just like slowly pull a drop shot and like
Yeah.
pedal.
Yeah, it was just trolling me along. I was happy.
Yeah.
Well, the dry suit's been pretty sick so far.
Yeah, you pretty warm?
Yeah, super warm.
Hell yeah.
It's even like, my hands haven't even gotten cold yet, so that's good. I think it's just keeping the rest of me warm enough.
Yeah.
I'm trying the wacky worm because I feel like since it's so sunny, it should contrast up against, even though the water's so not clear, if the fish is looking up at all. Should be pretty obvious. There's a big old worm right there for the taking. Let's try on some gloves. With magnetic clips. I'm gonna see if my world famous pea spot still exists over here. Alright, well, in case you were wondering, I'm going pea out of a dry suit. Piece cake. There's a pea zipper. And getting in and out of the kayak, also a piece of cake. Nice. That was good. I was a little worried when you saw me getting in and out of this thing. It's difficult. Considering it's windy and 40 degrees out, I don't think I've really quite felt cold yet. I think it was definitely a good idea to wear long johns a long sleeve, and a jacket, and the wool socks. All a good call. I wouldn't want to be dressed any colder or any cooler than this. It's crazy, like all the lily pads are gone, but there's still just like a couple left. Now this is windy. Good. I've done that before. Alright, buddy. Close one. Do you see that video of those guys on that bass boat that got hit by that tornado? Oh shit. I will send that to you when I get home later. Yeah. These guys were out in a bass boat. I think they're in Texas. I don't think they were like mega expecting or familiar with there being a tornado coming out. Yeah. And yeah, like right when they were getting out in the water, tornado warning goes off on the younger guy's phone. And the older dude, he was like, yeah, I don't know. So they were like, F it, and they just get out in their bass boat and they just head out. And the guy kept looking over at the clouds coming in, and they were all just like a crazy color. And he's like, yeah, he's like, you know, after that tornado warning and like those clouds, they really look like I think that's like a tornado. And they were both like, oh, all right, well, F it, let's just go anyways. So they keep heading out, and they get hit by a tornado. Yeah. Like straight up hit by one. They have a GoPro in the back, and the poor fucking dog is like running around the bass boat just like freaking out, and they fucking hunker down. And they got hit by like, I mean, I don't know if they go like right through the very center of it, but the winds they must have been like 120, 130, like they were just, you could see they were just like.
I've gotten out like a throw of a throw.
It did. Flipped it. They were all fine. Everyone was okay.
The dog was okay?
Dog was good. That's all. Everyone in the comments was like, well, thank God the dog's okay. Like, yeah. All right, well, it's kind of getting towards the end of the day. This is my first day back fishing in forever. It's been a really long time since I've been out. So I think I'm happy to have it kind of be a chiller day. Nice, easy day for me. But I guess that kind of leaves this video being all about this dry suit that I'm wearing. And if I was to give it an initial impression so far, it's 10 out of 10. It's more comfortable than I thought it would be. I was worried about the gaskets around the wrist and around the neck. I thought that sounded really uncomfortable to wear for a long period of time. And people described it as being uncomfortable, but it's totally fine. I don't know. I'm totally good. Totally good. I could imagine fishing in this thing for a 12-hour day, no problem. I'm excited to try this thing out in the rain. That's one of the main reasons I wanted it, is because here in the Pacific Northwest, it rains all the damn time. All right, I think I'm gonna leave you with that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. I'll be out again on Wednesday, and I'm back to making 2 videos a week. Hopefully we'll catch something next time. See you on the next one. All right. I know I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm totally gonna do it. Crazy. I am totally dry. Nothing got through. I knew I wasn't going to do it today, but I just couldn't resist trying it. Pretty neat. You totally just float in there. Nothing got through the gaskets. Everything feels completely dry. That water is so cold in my hands, though.